What is up, internet? It's your boy Tenku, and today we're gonna be doing one more of the Sentai Filmwork purchasing that I bought because me and Editor Senpai are once a week getting together and watching an entire series because I bought 90 of them from Sentai Filmworks. And so, with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about an anime that I purchased called Railwars. In this anime, it takes place in an alternate version of Japan where the nationalized railway system was never privatized. Apparently, in 1987, the former Japanese railway was privatized, and so this is an alternate version of that, and it revolves around our main character Takayama. And Takayama is obsessed with trains, and all he wants to do is work for the Japanese National Railways as a conductor. But in order to have a special high school and everything like that to get into this job position, and he ends up on a security force because apparently that's where everybody starts out, is on the security force if you want to be like a conductor and work with the trains and do all that stuff. And he ends up joining a security squad number 4, and it has 3 other members and their leader. The first other member is Sakurai, who is the tsundere, I guess, of this series. She's very not materialistic. She's very, we'll say, pro cop because she loves guns. She's very law and order. She wants to capture criminals instead of just questioning them. She's very rude. She's brash. She's not like, like in Japanese culture, the in the industry of like retail and customer service, people are very polite, very soft, and that's how they're supposed to be as security officers here because they work for the railway system to help people out and kind of watch over things, make sure that it goes bad. But she's very brash, so it's kind of like who, but she's a tsundere, so what do you expect? You have Komi, who is obviously in love with Takayama from the very beginning. When you first meet her, it's very obvious she's in love with him. She has a reason for this. He's kind of like the center of her entire world. She's very soft. She's very nice. She's very kind. She's also very well endowed. So they have that whole joke thing going along. And they have my favorite character up next is Iwazumi. And Iwazumi is the other guy in the thing, but he's kind of like treated not very well. He doesn't have a lot of scenes, but the scenes he is in, he's awesome. He's like my favorite, like pumped up guy, always working out, always like just strong willed, and he gets stuff done. Without Iwazumi, the group would be in a lot of trouble in a lot of situations. So he's a very important character, but he's not there the whole time. He's sprinkled in throughout the entire series, but he's very awesome. I love that guy. He's my favorite character. They're led by Ida, who is the adult, because these are all high school kids basically, and she is the adult. She's the leader of the group, the little security group that they're in. She's like the mentor. She's the boss lady, and she does put Takayama in charge of the group, basically as the group leader. And so there's a little conflict there between Sakurai and Takayama, but it's obvious over time that Sakurai falls for Takayama. This becomes a harem. And I love harems, but the reason why I was kind of interested in this is because they actually give you a lot of information about trains and the railway system and how it's set up, even though it's fictional because it's not private in the anime. It's not privatized, but like it slowly becomes a harem because all these girls get introduced and they start falling for Takayama, and this guy's like a total nerd about trains. It's all he cares about, so he doesn't notice anything else because all he wants to do is be a conductor, and all he wants to do is like talk about the trains, and so it's like, dude, like, come on now. The last character I'm going to mention is Noah. Noah is an idol who is there to promote the railway system and stuff like that. And of course, she ends up falling for Takayama too. And poor Iwazumi is just in the background, like, dude, like he doesn't care because he's like such an awesome character. He's just like there, energetic and ready to go. But It was cool because there's some story beats that have in it. There's 12 episodes, not long, but like it seems like these guys are always getting in situations. Like the railway is always under attack. There's always something going on. Something always happens. Natural disasters, mudslides, terrorist attacks, like all kinds of crazy stuff going on with this anime. And so it's like I was watching because that'd be a nice, calm anime about like trains and a dude wanting to work on the road system. But no, it ends up being a harem, and they try to have it like both ways. They try to be educational about trains and the system and all this stuff, but they also try to keep it full of action and all these scenarios happen. Then this next scenario happens. There's a scenario with a prince that happens, and then there's a scenario with like natural disasters. There's a scenario all this that they got to do with stuff, and of course Takayama ends up being the hero because he knows all this information about trains. He's able to do these things that, quite frankly, are impossible. But it's an anime, so what are you gonna do? I liked it. It was fun. It was funny, but not funny enough, if you understand what I'm saying. So, I mean, I really wouldn't recommend watching this one if I were you. I mean, if you're piqued and interested by like the harem stuff, then yeah, go ahead because there is the typical harem funny stuff. But it's average if at best. So I wouldn't recommend watching it, buying it. If you can find it somewhere and watch it, stream it, then go ahead. But I wouldn't recommend buying it. So tell me what you guys think. You guys think crazy? Do you guys love it? Do you think it's better than just average? Let me know in the comments below on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget to watch those videos, guys. Sub to the channel, we appreciate it. And remember, if you can't trust the random fat guy you met on the internet, then who can you trust? And everybody have an awesome, awesome day.